Gardner, reporting to you in the year 1945. This is WW2 News. World War II has come to an end, and boy are we glad. It was a long and brutal fight, but victory has finally come. There were so many soldiers that lived through the war, and that are able to tell their story to us today. But today we're only learning about one, Louis Zamperini, an Olympic runner and a World War II survivor. Stay tuned for a special guest at the end. And after this quick commercial, we will be exploring more into his life. Hairspray, new and approved. Get it at your local drugstore. Beautiful. And we're back. Let's get right into exploring Louis Zamperini's epic survival tale. He went through so many obstacles and yet still made it out alive. It leaves me wondering, how? He survived 46 days on a raft in the middle of the ocean, starving, dehydrated, and surrounded by hungry sharks. After being found by the Japanese, he went to multiple camps where he was starved, mutilated, and stripped of his self-dignity. The only way to answer how he survived the war is to ask him ourselves. After this short break, we will be talking with the one and only Louis Zamperini, who can shed some light on our question. Jumbo clip. Isn't it amazing? So easy, and look how cute in seconds. Get it anywhere. Thank you for having me in today. I'm very excited. I'm Louis Zamperini, and I'm very excited to talk about my journey. Louis, let's get straight into the war. How are you able to survive 46 days in the ocean without completely going insane? I think the best way to get through a situation like that is to remain hopeful. One of the hardest things during the 46 days in the ocean was the hunger. So I would describe my mom's cooking. I would describe how she made meals to the point where for a few seconds I could almost taste it. This helped me hang on to some hope that one day I would be able to eat her food. At the Japanese camps, what was the worst thing that the Japanese did to the American soldiers? It's hard because the Japanese were brutal, but I think one of the worst things that they would do is that they would make sure that we had no idea what was going on during the war, like who was winning or like how long it was going to last. And they would make it seem like Japan was winning, and they would beat us until we would say that America was going to lose. They basically took away our dignity, and when someone takes away a person's dignity, it takes away their will to survive. So, how did you keep your will to survive? It was really hard to keep your will to survive when you're in a place so broken around so many dead bodies. But the main thing I think I did was I didn't let the people in charge, I didn't let them get to me. I refused to fall down when they beat me. I kept my head held high, and I did my best to act like I wasn't scared. Louis, you have learned so many lessons from your time in the war, like the ones you've shared with us today. But can you connect them to another historical event? I think there's been so many occasions where people have overcome obstacles like mine. The first thing that comes to mind is the Civil War, when slaves had hope even when they had no respect, and conquered the impossible. They fought for their freedom, and many died trying, although they never gave up, and prevailed once they were set free. Like how in World War II, the American soldiers that were captured had to fight each and every day and strive to conquer the impossible.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zamperini. It was a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you so much for watching this segment of WW2 News. I think we can all learn a little something from Louis Zamperini's story, that when faced with obstacles, maintaining hope, self-dignity, and the will to survive helps humanity remain unbroken.